we're going to be talking about how to get the best price at estate sales. Stay tuned.
Haggle-free shopping at the estate sale. So one of the things you want to start off with is prepping, getting ready to go to an estate sale. So you can go online and look for some estate sales. Two of the websites that we're familiar with is estatesales.net and estatesales.org. They have all the dealers in there. They sign up for those websites. You can check them out there. You'll see lots of photos for the different estate sales near you. Once you settle on an estate sale, you want to bring with you a flashlight and a measuring tape. Anything else you're thinking of?
Extra bags, boxes, help pack up stuff.
Right. Not that they want you walking around with them, but they're good to have with you. Yeah, they don't really want you walking around with bags, but they're good to have with you to keep your stuff all together.
Then what I try and do when we walk into an estate sale is to be friendly, to say hi right away to the dealer, to make eye contact, say hello. If they're busy, just, say a general good morning, good afternoon to everybody. It makes an impression. As you walk in, though, a good thing to do is assess the sale. You can tell a little bit by the pictures on the sites, but really once you get in, if it seems like it's all antiques and the prices are really high and that's not what you're looking for, then leave.
Right.
Or check out other areas of the house, because sometimes you'll see the most expensive stuff first. And another tip would be to listen to what other people are paying and how they're dealing with the pricing.
Right.
Just pay attention.
Most of the more expensive things they'll have in cases right where they're sitting.
I find those things to be things they take with them that aren't from that particular house.
They bring with them. They probably purchase them and just bring them with them.
Yeah, they're not worth they're not worth your time, actually.
Right. Unless it's something you've really been looking for and you're willing to pay that price for yourself. But if you're reselling it, usually that's not a good place to look. So once you start walking around and you start selecting things, usually there'll be a place near where the dealer is up front where you could start making piles. Making piles is like the best thing to do when you're in an estate sale. You want to build the pile of all the things you want to purchase. They tend to give you a one price for the whole pile.
Because most of the time when you go to estate sales, there's not individual prices on things.
No, sometimes, but on a lot of things you won't find prices.
If they're going into a house and they're trying to get rid of a whole house, they're not pricing everything. They'll price the more expensive things like the furniture, maybe the appliances, but they don't generally
price every little thing out. For sure they don't.
So the more you pile, the more you save.
Right. They kind of eye the pile and just come up with the price. And it's usually a great price.
But with that said, the day you show up is also going to determine
for sure
your price.
You wanna show up on the last day of the sale if you're looking for the best price. Or at the end, if it's a one-day sale, go towards the end of the day. Because that's when they start pricing it really well. And if it is, like if you go in and you're looking at furniture, usually it's half off. And again, your pile just gets cheaper on the last day, last hours of the sale.
But it all depends. If you're looking for yourself and you want the best stuff, you go the first day and pay full price.
Right.
And haggling isn't really, for us, we don't normally haggle. And it's not always the dealer's fault either, because they're working for the people whose house it is, and if they want full price and they want their prices higher, then the prices are high, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Right. Certain things that's going to
we were at that one house, we were at a hoarder's house. When I say hoarder's house, it was a whole house for their hoard. They didn't live there. They had another house. They had just a house for their hoard. And they were throwing things out the window. You could hardly walk. And we made a pile. And he came back. It was hundreds of dollars. and you did negotiate. But what we didn't do, and you remember, you have to do it. Don't get so emotionally involved with your purchases. We should have walked away. The dealer made a comment like, well, you could go to the boutiques in New York City and pay a lot more. But yeah, we weren't in the boutiques in New York City.
And
we were in a hoarder's house where the ceilings, like, there were holes in the roof.
We've been to many sales, so we didn't need to compare it to a boutique. We were comparing it to all the other estate sales we've been to.
Yeah.
But you live and learn, and sometimes that happens.
And I'm not going to argue with them. They're charging what they have to charge for whatever reason. We're not going to argue. But if it's on our price, we have to be willing to walk away.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, what's next? We do have notes, trying to keep ourselves on the straight and narrow.
So now you've picked your pile, made your pile, you got a price. Usually we don't negotiate that. It usually works out. And then we do the checkout.
We do the checkout. The other day, was it the last estate sale we went to? We walked up. My hands were full, her hands were full. We asked them for all of it together, and they go $20. And that was a great price. We were like, down.
Right, we're taking it.
We're taking it. We had 21 items for $20. We were taking it.
It was a one-day sale. It was towards the end of the sale. As we're walking with our pile, I'm thinking about a price. Like, okay, you have an idea. And it was lower than I expected. So
we're
ready.
In.
We're ready. Definitely. And you don't want to get a price on your pile and then add things to that pile. That doesn't, right, we did that. Because now they usually come in with one price on that item. It's no longer part of the pile.
They didn't group it, but it was a jewelry box and they charged us $10 straight up. Meanwhile, we had 21 items for $20, and one jewelry box all of a sudden $10. And
right. So you never know.
You saw that. That was our last estate. We did do that haul.
Right. You never know. It might work out. It might not. I mean, overall, I feel like we still did really good at that estate sale. So.
But they're fun. I noticed that people on YouTube, it's all about picking at
thrift stores,
Goodwill. Yard sales. I've seen a lot of people go to yard sales. I don't see a lot of people go to estate sales, and there's so much better stuff there at prices that are sometimes better than Goodwill. Definitely better than Goodwill.
Especially if you're looking for smalls. You really can do really good in an estate sale.
Yeah.
With a pile.
We love it.
You can't walk in and ask what the price of this little dish is. They're not going to give that away. But
no, if you ask how much this little dish is, they're going to go $22.
Right. But when you make that pile, it makes the world a difference.
And the other thing is that if you're going to do estate sales, one of the best things you could do for yourself is to get to know the dealers.
Definitely.
Most of them will send out email blasts or text blasts letting you know where their next sale is.
Right.
And once they kind of remember us, we've known some dealers now for 10 years or more, and they kind of remember us. But once you get to know them, we knew this one dealer. We haven't seen her in a while, but if we showed up, no matter how much we put in that pile, we were paying $100, no matter what.
Right. She had a price for us.
She had a price for us. It was $100. We could put everything and anything in that pile, and we would pay $100. I'm sure if it was a smaller pile, we wouldn't have, but we could just put whatever we wanted in that pile, and we gave her $100 and we left.
Again, they have a short time to sell this stuff.
Yeah, and I truly believe once you develop a relationship and they get to know you, not necessarily by name, but by look.
Right. Yeah.
They appreciate that, and you will get more of a discount because they are free to price things.
Right. Usually, as long as they have the families understand that they're going to come in, they're going to price it, it's going to be aggressive.
We went to one dealer we know. We went to her estate sale not too long ago. It was her estate sale, but she wasn't there.
A family member was there.
A family member was there. We went by.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. Hard.
Yeah, when family members are there, they're attached. It was her father's house. She followed us around. It was not fun.
Right. It wasn't a comfortable situation. It wasn't a good experience.
So But we love estate sales. We love the nastier the house, the more we love it.
We love the digger's delights.
We love when we need our flashlight in the attics and the basements.
Right.
Only on occasion, like, sometimes we come across a mouse carcass or something, like if you're in the basement or in a barn or in a garage.
It adds to it.
I think movies are more scary than going into somebody's house.
It is.
I'm never scared.
No, it's never bad. It's fun. It's fun.
In the beginning, I did have a problem with feeling that, I would feel bad these people are, because the state normally means they've passed away. And I would just look and people are just picking through underwear drawers.
But it is what it
It
is.
is what it is. It's really to help the people that are left behind.
Right, because they don't want to have to deal with all that.
But it's a lot of fun, and if you're not doing it, you're missing out. Grab a friend, grab a husband, yeah.
Even if you make your first one just to feel it out, get
now that things are opening up and the virus, like we didn't go at all last year. We're going this year. They are limiting a number of people in the house. I feel I'm kind of safe, but yeah, go. It's so much fun.
It's great. It's fun.
And again, thanks for watching.
Hope you enjoyed our video. If you did, give it a thumbs up.
And if you have any questions,
leave them in the comments below. Bye.